We're heading to an airport that once shook the skies with some of the most legendary aircraft in aviation history.
MAC.
Military Airlift Command.
The airport at first might seem quiet, but don't let that fool you, as it has firefighter tankers you can watch up close, an FBO that feels more like a luxury hotel, and a museum that's preserving the incredible legacy of the old Air Force Base. And of course, we'll make some time to check out a local restaurant that completely caught us off guard in the best way possible.
Oh yeah, that is good.
Today we visit another airport with rich history in aviation. We were not lucky enough to visit it during its heyday, which includes the countless stories we have heard about the Airshow and all the different aircraft that landed there. And if you just Google that Airshow, the first image is one of the fastest planes to ever fly at the time. And again, we're so sad we can't see that particular bullet of a plane fly anymore, especially since it's easily one of Irene's favorite planes of all time. But you can still see an amazing restoration of it at March Air Museum, which we covered when we went to March Air Reserve Base. Now, we'll admit that we considered this next airport a sleepy one, and we were completely wrong. We'll discuss why soon. We'll check out one of SoCal's greatest resources for fighting wildfires, with a perfect viewing area to see them in action. Visit an FBO that every time I've seen images of surprised me how nice it looked, and it was even better in person. And finally, we'll visit a museum preserving the history of this airport, all as we visit San Bernardino International Airport in San Bernardino, California.
Good morning, SoCal, Cessna 4922 Delta at 5,000. Number 4922 Delta SoCal, altimeter is 3004. 3004, 4922 Delta.
We'll be flying out VFR today with beautiful clear skies, but still being very mindful of a couple of airspaces to avoid. We'll turn due east to remain outside of Ontario's Charlie, climb above 2,700 feet to fly over Riverside Delta, and funny enough, it's always these quick stops that always get us slightly flustered, because as soon as we're in cruise, we have to get ready for the arrival. And with this flight being only 17 minutes long, we climbed to 3,500 feet, flew about 5 minutes, and then contacted San Bernardino Tower. And to our surprise, we would be landing runway 06, which you'll see I was not prepared for. Though I should have been. Let's just say I almost went on the wrong taxiway.
Mike Hotel, turn rating 170. 170, San Mike Hotel.
All right, history, and oh man, is there some fascinating history at this airport. So just days after the attacks on Pearl Harbor, San Bernardino's small municipal airport was transformed almost overnight into a vital Army Air Corps installation, San Bernardino Army Airfield. What had been a $100,000 local airport suddenly became home to hundreds of airmen, hangars, and round-the-clock maintenance crews working to keep America's warplanes in the sky. During World War II, the base became one of the busiest repair and logistics depots in the country, overhauling engines, rebuilding aircraft, and training thousands of mechanics who kept the fight going overseas.
Number 70 Romeo, contact SoCal 124.6, good day. 24.6 for 70 Romeo, good day, thank you.
By 1944, the base was renamed Norton Army Airfield in honor of Captain Leland Francis Norton, a San Bernardino native and bomber pilot who sacrificed his life over France after ordering his crew to bail out of their crippled plane. And we'll actually hear an amazing story about his footlocker when we visit the museum. After the war, the base transitioned from a wartime repair depot into a permanent part of the new U.S. Air Force. Norton evolved with the times, first maintaining jet bombers and engines, then playing a critical role during the Cold War. The base supported America's early missile and space programs, including the Atlas and the Titan intercontinental ballistic missiles, and later the Minuteman and Peacekeeper programs. Norton even housed the Space and Missile Systems Organization, which managed some of the Air Force's most advanced aerospace projects.
San Bernardino Tower, Aero 193, Niner Hotel, 8 miles southwest, inbound with uniform, full stop.
Aero 193 and Niner Hotel, San Bernardino Tower, report 3 miles southwest for right base, runway 6.
All right, 3 miles southwest for right base for 0639 Hotel, thank you.
By the 1960s, Norton's mission shifted again, this time under the Military Airlift Command, or MAC. The base became home to fleets of C-141 Starlifters, heavy lift aircraft that transported troops, supplies, and humanitarian aid across the globe. Norton crews supported missions from Vietnam to Desert Storm, making it one of the Air Force's most active transportation hubs. Beyond the airlift, Norton also hosted Air Defense Command operations for Southern California, the Air Force's audiovisual center, where training films and Air Force Now reels were produced. It really was a city within a city, employing thousands of civilians and service members alike. But in 1989, Norton was placed on the Department of Defense's base closure list. And by 1994, after more than half a century of service, the gates officially closed. The departure was bittersweet for San Bernardino, a loss of jobs, community, and a proud piece of local history. Yet the story didn't end there. The base was reborn as San Bernardino International Airport, carrying forward the aviation legacy that began back in 1940. Today, the old runways still echo with the sound of jet engines, a reminder of the generations who kept them flying at Norton Air Force Base.
Aero 903 Hotel, stay position.
Aero 193 Niner Hotel is 3 miles southwest over Grand Terrace.
Aero 903 Hotel, Roger, enter right base over the 215 freeway, report training final.
Okay, we'll enter right base over the 215 and I'll let you know when we get on final. 39 Hotel.
San Bernardino International Airport is a Class Delta with one huge runway. How huge? Well, it's 10,000 feet long and 200 feet wide at an elevation of 1,159 feet. The runway is big enough, obviously, to handle the big military planes, but it can also handle the Antonov 124, the 4-engine little brother to the now destroyed 6-engine Antonov 225. Still a spectacular sight to see, and it actually landed last year in 2024 right here at San Bernardino. Tower is open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. and other time it reverts to a class Golf. Something to note is that Tower does not have radar, so you'll be asked to do a number of position reports. It's a little unique since we're just used to having everyone seeing us on the scope, but that's not the case here. They are literally looking out for you from their tower, so be ready to tell them where you're at any given moment. Lastly, they do not have the tools to set you up for flight following. You'll need to do that after you depart with SoCal.
And San Bernardino Tower, Aero 193 Niner Hotel, entering final for 06.
Aero 903 Hotel, in sight, runway 6, clear to land.
Runway 6, clear to land, 39 Hotel.
Cessna 3 Juliet Hotel, enter right downwind runway 6, your number 2, you'll be following an arrow on a 2-mile final.
San Bernardino Tower, right downwind, looking for traffic, 3 Juliet Hotel.
Cessna 7 Romeo Juliet, all fire crosswind.
Call crosswind 137 Romeo Juliet.
As we mentioned, there's the Ontario Charlie to the west, but there's also Redlands Airport 4 miles to the east. And to the north are the San Bernardino Mountains. The main factor to watch out for is the approaching airliner traffic coming over the mountains into Ontario, because it is usually cargo, which means wake turbulence. And some of those planes are the hefty 747s, which you don't want to be near.
Cessna 7 Romeo Juliet, right crosswind, your discretion.
Crosswind, our discretion 137 Romeo Juliet.
Cessna 3 Juliet Hotel, traffic you're following is on short final, runway 6, clear, touch and go.
So touch and go, runway 6, 3 Juliet Hotel.
Weather is interesting here because the one thing that I have noticed is that the lack of visibility is a common reason why the airport is categorized as marginal VFR, and it is usually because of haze, so just something to always expect. Next, the area is considered the Inland Empire, and one thing that it does definitely have during the summer is scorching heat, averaging about 100 degrees, and that blacktop probably makes it feel closer to 120.
Tower, scanning 35 Sierras, holding at Alpha for southwest departure.
Skyline 1435 Sierra, San Bernardino Tower, hold short runway 6.
Hold short 0635 Sierra.
Aero 39 Hotel is able to turn left, taxiway Bravo.
Turning left on taxiway Bravo, 39er Hotel.
So here is where I accidentally almost went onto Alpha 1 instead of Bravo. Again, I didn't study the charts for 06, only 24, a big mistake on my part. I definitely should have been ready for both runways.
Aero 39 Hotel, say your intention.
Gonna go to the FBO, 39er Hotel.
Aero 39 Hotel, your maintenance frequency and text the FBO via Bravo Charlie.
All right, this frequency and then via Bravo Charlie to the FBO, 39er Hotel.
Next, let's talk about instrument approaches because it is a little tricky if you don't know exactly what you're looking for. First, I want to mention that I find it spectacular the coordination that SoCal TRACON has to do to get traffic into San Bernardino, because that traffic literally intersects with a bunch of other airspaces, including approaches into Ontario, Chino, and possibly even Riverside. All right, so now the approaches. Every approach we have into San Bernardino is for runway 06, starting with the localizer Yankee with minimums to 917 feet AGL. Next, we have the ILS or localizer Zulu, localizer minimums to 637 feet AGL and the ILS to 250 feet AGL. So now, the interesting one. There are two RNAV approaches to the same runway, RNAV Yankee and RNAV Zulu. RNAV Yankee has a minimum to 1,357 feet and RNAV Zulu to 250 feet AGL. So why not just choose the lowest minimum with the RNAV Zulu? Well, I actually had to look it up because I wanted to know too. It has to do with that big rock out there that's reaching up thousands of feet. No one wants to run into it. So if your plane cannot do the required 340 feet per nautical mile climb on a missed approach for the RNAV Zulu, the RNAV Yankee increases your minimums so that you can do the standard 200 feet per nautical mile climb. And that's why it's so important to run your performance numbers not only for ground roll on departure and arrival, but also to understand your climbing performance for situations like these. And at this point, you might be like, that's too many numbers. I have no idea what any of that means. Well, let's take Hannah for example. If I wanted the lower approach, she would have to climb at 526 feet per minute at 90 knots, which is her climbing speed, which she is more than capable of doing based on our typical weight and balance.
Cessna 7 Romeo Juliet, base turn discretion 1 departure before your arrival at Cessna.
Base turn our discretion 137 Romeo Juliet.
And for my non-pilot friends out there, you guys might be wondering, well, how do we know the performance of a plane? Well, we have to carry with us all the time a pilot's operating handbook, which has numerous charts, and one of those is climb performance. Hannah has two of those, one with gears down, one with gears up, and we have to take into consideration weight, temperature, and altitude. And the charts then tell us what kind of climb performance to expect. But we always make sure to add a little buffer in there because sometimes our engines are a little older and they might not give us 100% of those chart performance. So now let's discuss traffic. So from the outside, this airport seems pretty quiet. That is until you realize how much diverse traffic is here. First, why is this airport an international airport? Well, because they do have customs. Matter of fact, during the filming of our outro, there would be a private jet arriving from Canada. And when we spoke to a new friend and local pilot, Tomas, he mentioned people like coming to this airport because it's quick. It took about 10 minutes to get them off, customs checked the plane, and then get them back in, and they were back on their way over to Ontario. Next, there's one airliner, Breeze, and they have routes to Provo, Utah, and San Francisco, and you'll get a majestic glimpse during our departure today of that plane. Cargo is also huge here with ABX, Amazon Air, FedEx, and UPS. The airport website does have its recommended approach procedures, and we'll link that in the description below, but again, with no radar, it's highly recommended to study those procedures. All right, now that we parked, let's go check out the former Norton Air Force Base.
So we're here at San Bernardino International?
I think it's International Airport. Yeah.
International Airport, formerly Norton Air Base.
Rachel, we've already had a lot of people comment on this airport, and so we were excited to come to learn a lot more of the history.
Oh
right?
yeah. You guys know how much I love my military, and this was such an important base when it was active, and I'm really excited to explore it.
I remember as a kid, my dad used to talk about the air show that was here.
Oh, they had an air show?
Yeah, and he loved it. I think a lot of people loved it. I mean, it looked like it was probably, this airport's huge.
It's really big.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I noticed the most is when we were landing, the runway is completely black.
Oh, I know. I know. Well, they have like Antonov's landing here.
Yeah.
One of the biggest planes ever. And obviously, because it was military, I'm pretty sure they had like C-17s and stuff landing here. I'm assuming.
For sure.
Oh, actually, we have someone that told us that when they had an air show here, they had U-2s, B-52s. I don't know if SR-71 was here or not. But I know the other two. They had some big players in the aviation game for the military here.
I believe it.
Yeah, and it was all static displayed, and I was like, oh my God.
Well, and it's really cool because when we were taxiing in, I could see some of the original structures. So some of the original hangars. I think tower is still original from Norton.
We're gonna learn more history. What are the, actually, before we get into that, what are the things that we're gonna be doing today?
So we're absolutely going to the Norton Air Force Base Museum. And we're gonna learn a little bit more about the base.
Yes.
And its time here.
Right.
And how it's evolved. And then you told me that CAL FIRE has a base here, and what's unique about this one is that they have bleachers, so people can sit and watch them operate when they're out there.
Yeah, and it's bleachers that look onto where they recharge the retardants.
Ooh.
That's like, there's the bleachers and then there's the retardants.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that anywhere.
It's cool like in a weird way because when they are in action, that means there's a fire somewhere, which is not cool.
Yeah.
You know, but it's still pretty spectacular watching them work. So, okay, that's one of the things. And then behind us.
Two things.
Oh, two things. And then behind us, what do we got?
We are visiting the FBO here, and I have to apologize because I don't quite know how to pronounce this yet.
We're gonna go find out.
I think it's Luxivair, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll confirm because I am really curious. It's very unique, and I have no idea how to pronounce it, and I don't want to continue to mispronounce it. So as soon as we walk in, I'm asking.
Yeah, and we've heard really good things. One of our friends, Mike, comes here all the time, but it's apparently really fancy inside. We've never been here, but based on the videos that we've seen, like, it looks pretty nice inside.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
So yeah, and then of course, we're not gonna do it right away, unlike we usually do, but we're gonna go get food.
Yeah.
You know? And then I think that should wrap it up, right? I mean, I already see a balcony up there that we're gonna go check out.
Yeah, we might be hanging out up there.
Yeah.
It looks pretty cool.
How was the approach coming into here?
It was really different because we actually landed 06 today.
Yeah.
I was expecting to land 24, which I think we've done before.
Yeah, that's the one we usually land.
Yeah. So it was kind of nice.
And we had a little bit of tailwind too.
We did.
Like a 3 knot?
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad. But obviously I got completely confused because I was expecting 24 because we've never landed 26 or 06, sorry. And then she was like, go Bravo, and I almost turned too much, and then I looked and I was like, oh. So that's why you guys saw me all completely confused. again, this is to say, like, I don't always have it perfect. I assume something, and you guys know what people say about assuming. So I assume 2-4, and mostly I remember to look obviously at the taxiways, but those get kind of confusing too because they have a bunch here.
And they have a ton of arrows that just all go like this. And doesn't really align with where the run or the taxiways are. So yeah,
those always confuse me too.
Do.
So what I suggest is once you land, or once you're on the approach, maybe even before, get your moving map, airport diagram ready, and that'll help a ton. I didn't have that ready, so that's what happened. But I should have had it ready.
Yeah.
Well, either way, you guys know how to come in 06 now because we did it, and how to taxi from 06 all the way here because I almost completely messed that up. So, but anyways, we're gonna go inside, see if they have a crew car. If not, they reserved a rental for us. I think it's $60 for the day.
Okay.
So worst case scenario, we'd do that, or we'd take a ride share somewhere. Depends how far places are.
Okay,
so,
sounds good.
All right, guys, so let's go find out. First stop in museum, right?
Yes.
All right, let's go. So we've had a lever that shifts the gears, which I'm not a fan of. We were in a car yesterday in Ontario that had an actual knob that shifts gears. This, I'd never seen before. So if you look here, we got buttons. You push a button.
Oh, that's weird.
That is really weird.
And I can feel the car like shift.
Shift, yeah. That's just weird. You know what this reminds me of? Bonanzas with the piano keys.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. But it's just weird.
That's funky.
Can I have my shifter? Just give me the shifter. And I'm not gonna pretend I know how to drive even manual, because I don't. But I still like my shifter. But yeah, that's weird. I was just like, think about this and how 1 second it was just open area and all of a sudden the next second they put up these walls. Like, how crazy is that? Mac.
Military Airlift
Command. Yeah. Oh, and it's even in the back.
I just saw that.
What?
This is where you can deposit your flags once they've been used.
And they'll do it correctly.
Correct.
They'll dispose of it correctly.
Yep. And I don't think I've ever seen this anywhere else.
I've never seen this.
This is the first time I've seen one of these.
Yeah. Oh, admission is free.
Oh.
This is Kathy Lasas, and she was the first C-141 aircraft commander.
So that was his exact footlocker.
We got this probably about 5 months ago.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, and the people went to a garage sale in Fontana and bought the thing for $3, floating around, unclaimed, unknown to anyone, for 80 years.
You got briefed on this picture?
No.
Okay.
Whoa.
Is that legal?
I don't think so.
Nope.
All right, so we just got done at the Norton Air Force Base Museum, and wow. I mean, it's a small room, but there's so much history, right?
I went in there expecting to learn like the typical stuff, right? Like what the base used to look like, how they function.
Yeah.
But really, I think what we came out with were a lot more personal stories.
Yeah.
And I think a really good feel for what Norton Air Base was about.
Oh yeah.
I was not expecting that.
Well, I mean, we got a flight engineer,
Mm-hmm.
a pilot,
Mm-hmm.
and a radio engineer. And so we've got this perspective of 3 different veterans in 3 different roles.
Mm-hmm.
It was just interesting to hear their stories, how they felt about Norton. I mean, I was talking to Chuck right now, which he did radio work. His funny story was that I asked him, like, how do you get into radios? And he says, well, back then they had the draft, and if you guys don't know, they had a lottery to determine if you were gonna be part of the draft. And I guess there was we don't know fully about it, but they used to have, like, depending on your number would determine if it was good or bad.
Oh.
So his brother had a good number. He didn't have a great number. So instead of waiting for the lottery, he ended up, what do you call it?
Enlisting?
Enlisting. He ended up enlisting. And then they asked him, what do you want to do? And he said, he want to do missiles. And then they're like, well, we got radios for you. And so he got to radios, but he loved it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So this is like crazy stories.
Hank was telling me about the barrel vault hangars that are out there.
Oh, yeah.
And he says there's 4 of them. They're still out there, and that's where they would take the 141s and do the maintenance. They would strip them down every 30 days and rebuild them up because it was easier for them to do that, to be able to find any maintenance
So
issues.
instead of annuals, they were getting monthlies.
They were. And it was all because of everything that they put those planes through. And it was such a beloved plane.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I saw there was a picture that showed the couple of pools that they had where the barracks were located, and Hank was recalling really fondly his time here and just saying that it was great. And you know, we heard about the golf course and how spectacular that was. And I mean, I think people have a lot of fond memories of Norton and their time here.
Yeah. So again, when you guys come, the first thing you're gonna see is it's pretty small.
It's a single room.
Yeah, it's a single room, but there is a ton of history. And we always preach this no matter what museum we go to. Mm-hmm. What do we preach?
Always talk to the docents.
Talk to the docents, because that's really where you're gonna get the stories. We didn't expect this.
No, this is the highlight.
Yeah.
Even if you live in the area, just come.
Just come.
Visit.
And just talk to them. They're so passionate about this. Obviously they're volunteering. They're just there just because they love, their time here and everything. So
and if you have anything from Norton Air Force Base days that you would love to share with them, they are more than happy.
Yeah, they fight for artifacts. They fought March for like a
fire hose.
Fire hose, that March did not want to give up. But on the fire hose, it literally is etched Norton Air Force Base. And they're like, we want that. And so that's just to point out that they are very passionate about this. They will talk to you all day about it if you want. We're definitely looking forward to coming back in the future, because even Chuck told us, he goes, come back, we'll have more stories. So check them out, they're awesome here. And we're gonna wrap it up here. And I guess we're gonna try to find some food finally.
Yes.
Because we are hungry now.
And I have no idea where we're eating. So we're just gonna pick something.
That's out of your strength. You're just like, we don't know where we're eating, I'll find something on the way. Whether it's like 2 minutes or 10 minutes. So we're gonna head out now. But again, nice job here at the Norton Air Force Base Museum. So let's go get some food. All right. I'm not a fish taco fan, so we had to make sure there was other stuff, and there is. So what was yours?
Shrimp tacos?
Shrimp tacos? I think this is yours.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I can smell that
Well,
chili.
Oh yeah.
It is.
It smells good
fragrant. It does, and it looks really good.
It does look really good. So that's
Oh,
yours.
I'm excited.
All right. I got my regular carne asada tacos.
Wow, that looks really good.
It does look really good.
And I think they gave you extra salsa too.
They did. So they got 4 of these, which is perfect.
That looks spicy.
I know. And then horchata. Got some horchata. And yeah, so it all looks really good actually.
Nice.
But it was busy in there. But it's right next to the airport. That's what's kind of nice about it. It's seriously like 2 minutes around the block from the FBO.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys are hungry, want some tacos, seriously, it's right there. That's the nice thing. This is there, and then the museum's right there. So we're gonna eat right now while looking out onto what I thought was CAL FIRE. It is not CAL FIRE. It is U.S. Forest Service, right?
It is.
So this is really cool, and it's like dedicated area just to plane watch. But we'll look into that after we eat. So let's eat. Oh yeah, that is good. Now the meat's good. The salsa's good because the salsa is what does it. The salsa's good. I can always forgive the meat, but here they have both. Good salsa, good meat. Oh man, I should have got like 6. It's really good. I think you're gonna like your tacos.
Ooh, nice. I'm excited.
All right, give yours a try.
It's gonna be very, very messy.
Ooh.
You can tell it's really
Oh,
fresh,
yeah?
and it was such a big bite of shrimp. It's really good. It is battered, which I wasn't expecting, but look at that. And it's
nice.
incredibly messy.
But it's really
It's
good.
worth it. Oh my goodness, I haven't had shrimp tacos like this in such a long
Really?
time. I'm really glad I ordered this. Yeah, I recommend this place.
Yeah, I would have never chosen this place, but as always, you always come through.
All right, now I'm gonna
Finish it.
stuff my face.
All right. We gotta cut now. Cut. So we're here at probably one of the coolest things I've seen at any airport. We always have this conversation that an airport should always have like a dedicated plane spotting area. But San Bernardino has this special area, and it's probably thanks to U.S. Forest Service. I mean, we're sitting on bleachers looking at where they recharge the retardant, probably fuel, everything. And it's probably crazy busy here again. We kind of alluded to that earlier when there's a fire. But it's seriously really cool. I can't imagine what this is like when it's hustling and bustling around here.
When they're in action.
When they're in action,
Yeah.
But it's so cool.
What I like about this spot too is aside from like being ridiculously close to where they're recharging the retardant is you've got this like perfect line of sight to tower.
Right.
And then those 2 big hangars right in the middle that have been repurposed from Norton Air Force Base.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Well, we get like, yeah, you're right. Because then if we look that way, we have a view of the FBO. I remember seeing this. I think it was, somebody talked about it. Maybe it was on one of the comments or something. They're like, oh, go check out the bleachers. And I was like, the bleachers? And then I looked it on Google Maps, and I was like, oh my God, they really do have bleachers. And I remember just thinking about all the fires that they've had here and all the traffic we've seen come out of here. And I would love to be here during that time, but I think it'd be hard for us unless we drove, because you don't want to fly in here while that's going on. The last thing you want to do is get in their way.
Yeah.
You know? But maybe it might be worth it one day to come in and see. But I think at least for anybody who lives here, for like kids to be able to see this, that's one of the main things that I think I've started to realize about aviation is there's so many roles. There's so many industries in aviation. This is just one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't help but to admire like the men and women who do this, right? And I'm not just talking about the people that fly these planes. I'm talking about men and women who are down on the ground, getting these planes ready, the maintenance crews, the crew members inside. It's just it's a whole symphony of people that are making this work, you know?
Yeah.
And there's no part of aviation that's not like a community. I mean, it really, everything is a crew, right?
It takes a team. It
Yeah.
does. But yeah, this is probably one of the most unique and really special features I've ever seen at an airport.
I know.
At any airport.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where else you could do this.
Right. Yeah. So again, big thanks to the U.S. Forest Service for making this something that people can actually see. And I mean, again, if I was a kid, this would inspire me to watch it and all this going. It would inspire me to look into it, you know. So I hope it does that. But this is really cool. This is really cool. This definitely lived up to what I thought it would. So.
And there are a lot of bleachers here. It's not just this portion that we're sitting on. There's another portion over there, and then an older, smaller portion that may have been what they started off with.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, and then the whole area is open, so there's still standing room too.
Yeah.
So that could mean that it does get busy when
it's like
action.
crazy, yeah. Probably. We want to really show you guys this. We really wanted to come, and and again, if you come in here, grab some lunch, bring it here, and then you can relax here. Bam.
Yeah, I like this spot.
Yeah, me too. So, but it is hot. It's getting hot now, so we're gonna probably head back.
Yeah, I think we have some exploring to do at the FBO.
Oh yes, we do.
So we'll do that.
We got to return that crew car. I think we're a little over now, but it's worth it. This is cool.
So yeah, we'll see you guys back at the FBO.
See you back at the FBO. Thank you. Rice Krispie treats. All right, so we were in I guess it was a planning room, right?
Yes.
And you found this, and we were like, let's go there instead. And obviously, they got very comfy chairs, but before we get to chairs, I think they have blankets.
Ooh.
So this is the theater room, in case that wasn't clear.
One big blanket.
One big blanket. It's a communal blanket. Everybody in the room has to share it.
That might be awkward.
4, 8, 11 people have to share one blanket.
I mean, it is a big blanket.
You know what I think it is? I think maybe somebody like asked for it and then this is where they put it after they use it.
Okay.
I'm thinking that's the case. We got a big, huge TV. Actually, let's turn it on. It's a fancy like touchscreen. Okay, so you go on here and you have to scroll. See how it's like a touchscreen?
Okay.
So you go here, then you go to home. It pulls that up. Again, if you come here, you just want to relax, you can do that.
And these chairs look really comfy. They're recliners,
oh my God,
right?
They are. So, sorry, I've already become a pro at these.
Oh, so the button's on the inside.
On the inside, it's right here. Seriously, that TV's huge, and this is nice. We're gonna have a fly-in to here and just come watch a movie.
So whoever wants to join us here at San Bernardino.
They're gonna be like, what is happening? I was like, I don't know, we heard you had the theater.
For some tacos.
For some tacos, and then a movie night.
And a movie. At the FBO, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna be very happy about that.
I mean, they can charge a fee for us to do this, but yeah.
So if you guys are interested in doing that, let us know. And then they have this really nice conference room.
This is really nice.
Well, keep walking forward and look straight ahead.
Whoa!
Isn't that view incredible?
Whoa!
All the lights just turn on as you walk in.
Whoa!
It's nice and private up here, yeah. And they have a full-on shower.
Oh man. Whoa.
Oh, look how cool. You can see the US Forest Service.
Oh yeah.
Tanker and heli tanker from here. It like disappeared behind the building and then just never reappeared.
So we are wrapping up today in an airport that admittedly I at first didn't really know that there would be much to do here. Well, maybe not, that's not the word correctly. That there wouldn't be much here just generally. Because no one really talks about San Bernardino as like a destination airport, right? But we were completely intrigued with the thought of learning a little bit more about the history of Norton. So I think that's ultimately what brought us here, right?
That's what brought me here.
I know. You heard military, you're like, what was it like back then? And so.
Well, I think what I was really interested in was trying to figure out why we would have Norton Air Force Base and March so close together.
Right.
And then when Edwin, thank you so much for that tip, when he was talking about MAX, SAX, and TAX and how they work together, and I looked into it, I just thought, wow, that's such a cool strategy.
I know.
Now I want to go see what this is all about.
I had never heard of that until you told us that.
Nope.
So, and Edwin's our AMPIA that always helps us pretty much with anything that has to do with the plane, especially our annual coming up. So, and he used to do C-17 work at Long Beach.
Yeah.
Which is why he's so well versed in like the military stuff. So that's pretty cool. And so let's talk about first the airport, just getting here. It was confusing. I think we talked a little bit about it after we landed. So actually we won't go into that. But then the FBO.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna say it. You say it, because I think you really did a lot of the exploring before I got to. So what was it like for you?
I think every single room I walked into, I was just floored. Like, it was so much nicer than what I expect from an FBO, and we've been to a lot of FBOs, and a lot of them do it really well. This one truly has a luxurious feel to it.
It does.
It is just so incredibly nice.
Right.
Yeah, it's really comfy too. There's a lot of places to like hang out, recharge, flight plan. I mean, we're up here on this patio and the view is spectacular.
It's spectacular. It really is. Like, we're looking down this, it's a taxiway today. We think it could have been a runway, but it could have just been a huge taxiway. I mean, they have some huge planes here and it just looks like it goes on to forever. The balcony, I think, was the first thing we saw when we landed. We were like, okay, we want to see if we can go up there.
Yeah, like, how do we get there?
Yeah. And at first you didn't think we could because it's kind of close, but as soon as I asked, they're like, absolutely, go up. And she was really nice about it and told us exactly what to do, because it's a little confusing because it looks like you can't, right? But if you want to come up here, just ask and they'll let you know exactly how to do it.
Yeah.
And then what else did you see?
The theater room was super comfy, and I have every intent of coming back and watching a movie
doing the
there.
movie night.
The only thing I was missing was popcorn, but I can bring my own popcorn, so that's okay.
We just need a microwave, that's it.
Yeah. They've got the soda and the cookies and the other snacks, so yeah, they even have coffee.
I know. Yeah, it was really good. Okay, and then the next thing after we got all surprised with how nice the FBO was, we went to the Norton Air Force Base Museum, and we kind of gave her a little rundown, but I think just ultimately how I felt was we went there and now we've come back, and it's like now we have not only stories, but actual people who at one point saw this airport as an Air Force base, right? And like you were saying, you're like, it's busy right now. Imagine what it was like, right? You were saying?
Yeah, during its heyday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you can't help but to look around. You're like, man, like it's crazy. And then to your point, the hangars that are, a lot of the structures are still from them, from the Air Force Base. I think you're saying Hank had he could like remember what it was like in those hangars, right?
Yeah, because he did work on the 141s in those hangars.
Yeah.
And so he had a lot of stories about how they stripped the planes down and maintained them. And
yeah.
I think it's a good reminder of the time that they spent here.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's definitely something I'm glad hasn't gone away.
Right.
And I know over time it may, but it's so cool that it's still here and that we can see them living a second life.
Right. Yeah, and we did find out why there's no longer an air show.
We did.
Good and bad. You guys like your packages? That's why we don't have an air show. I love my packages, so I'm not gonna judge anybody because I'm like, I want my stuff tomorrow.
And so to be clear, Prime is here, Prime Air.
Yeah.
But
multiple, right? Not just Prime Air.
Right. UPS is here, FedEx is here.
Yeah. When they hear that for an air show, they're gonna have to shut down the airport, right?
Yeah, it's disruptive to the operations.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, your packages would not arrive on time if they did that. And so that's the trade-off, right?
Right. You get your packages tomorrow, but there's no air show.
But if you want an air show close by, March has a really good one.
An amazing one. Yeah. But that's why there's no air show here now. And I never got to see it. I know you never got to see it, but from what I hear, it was spectacular. Like I said, my dad saw it, and we have some of you guys that have actually seen it, got to actually see in person the U2, the B2, the B52, like all these spectacular like aviation marvels, right?
Yeah.
Ah, man, to see those all together, that would have been crazy.
Well, I did see a lot of photos and just like, I guess, literature about the SR-71.
Oh, that's true.
In this area. So we didn't get to talk about that specifically today to anyone. So if any one of you who are watching was here at Norton and saw the SR-71 here, please let us know. Because I'm super curious if it made its way here.
Then we want to go get food.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
And so I know there's a ton of good, especially Mexican food here in the area. I had my sights actually set on a different restaurant, and at the time we were just looking for something that was really easy to get to, that was in the vicinity, and Baja King
fish tacos. Baja King fish tacos
was just literally down the street, and it did not disappoint.
My God, it was so good. Like, I was so shocked. Man, I took that first bite. I mean, you guys saw. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. The salsa was good. I don't know. I'm repeating myself with that, but it was good.
Yeah.
And you finally got to try it, and you were like you said, the shrimp was good.
It was super fresh, really good, nice and tender. It had a snap to it, even though it was fried. Oh, it was so good. And so I think the name of the restaurant I had my sights set on before was La Casa Restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And so we still intend on going there maybe the next time we're here, because this is definitely not the last time we're going to be here.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you want to make the movie night, we got to come back.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and then we went to go check out the U.S. Forest Service bleachers and viewing area.
Whew, yeah.
That's cool.
I'm so glad they have that here.
I know.
I wish every airport had something similar to that. Because I think that really helps the community understand the importance of the airport.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I agree. And we can't tell you how much we appreciate these guys, CAL FIRE, U.S. Forest, all of our
OCFA,
firefighters, OCFA, yeah. So, and then we got a jet coming because that's how busy this place is.
Well, and what was surprising to me was how much GA flies in and out of this airport.
I know, yeah.
I just wasn't expecting that.
Before this plane gets here, because it'll be loud, I just want to thank Mike for letting us know about this place. He constantly shows us. He's a friend of ours. CFI out of Palomar, Montgomery, all of those. He's awesome, and he's always showing this one, and it did not disappoint. Thanks, Mike. Really appreciate you, brother.
And everything we did today was like within a mile of the airport.
Not only was it within a mile of the airport, but besides food, it was all free.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah, the museum was free. Going to the bleachers was free. And so far, even coming here is free. But yeah, this was really cool.
It was
like
fun.
Really cool.
Yeah.
This is a spectacular viewing area. I think this is a good way to end the day.
Oh, for sure.
Just because I'm like, man, like. Yeah.
Seriously, there's no reason not to come here.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's an FBO, and a lot of times FBOs they get expensive.
Yeah.
But this one really is top notch, and we're just surprised that, yeah, they allow us GA to come in here with very minimal fees.
Yeah.
So take advantage while you can, because I don't know how long they're going to do that for.
No, I don't know. And I mean, again, I think we've reflected on GA. You never know how long things are going to last. I mean, right now, as we're recording this, they're having the government shut down. Our air traffic controllers are working without pay. They will get eventually paid retroactively, but the thing is, they don't know how long that's going to be. And so just a special shout out, a special appreciation, a special thank you to all the controllers having to deal with this, because you guys had nothing to do with this. And hopefully it's not that they have to do this again next week or the week after, because they still got bills to pay. And so, like I said, we personally know air traffic controller Jason. Jason, I hope you and Melanie are doing all right, and we appreciate you guys. Everybody who's in aviation that does this, thank you so much. You guys are still showing up. I don't know how you guys are doing it. Really do appreciate it. But that's it.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, there was a lot. But I don't know. You want to finish it? You want to wrap it up somehow?
Just want to say this is a spectacular airport. I'm so glad that it's been repurposed.
Yep.
And that we're able to get on this airport and share the same runways and taxiways as some of the most iconic planes in our military history.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps it up for us. We hope you guys like this, and we honestly really hope you guys come and visit.
Yeah.
San Bernardino.
Yeah.
Thank you guys always, and again, we hope you like this one. Come out, check out San Bernardino International. We'll catch you guys on the next one. See you guys.
So leading up to this flight, we knew that we were going to come on a day that Norton Air Force Base Museum was open, and wow, we were so glad we did. We not only got to hear and see some of the airport's history, but we were lucky enough to hear it from some of the men that were actually stationed here, which is it was just amazing. I mean, the second we landed, we just started looking around while taxiing, and you could still see remnants of the base. And there was definitely something bittersweet about it, because every story we've ever heard about the base, whether it was an airman or someone who visited the air show, it was always spoken of so fondly, and we felt it right away.
San Bernardino ground, Aero 193 Hotel over at the FBO, ready to taxi with Charlie.
193 Hotel, San Bernardino ground, runway 24, taxi via Echo Alpha.
24 via Echo Alpha 39 Hotel.
Irene said that she felt compelled to visit this airport, and by the time we left, we felt there was something very special about it. Between the FBO, the US Forest Service, and all the heavy traffic, there's still a lot of life at this airport. And they are really trying to do everything to bring even more life to it. For example, they are having a free concert at the airport on a 737. We can literally land at Luxivair, the FBO, walk over to the concert, and then walk back to the plane and take off. You never have to leave the airport. We'll put a link to that event in the description below, and by the time this video comes out, you'll have about a week to get your plans in order so you can party all night at San Bernardino International. And always the time where we thank you, our members, for making this channel happen. Again, I feel like I'm a broken record. Every week I say the same thing, but it's more that we never want you guys to feel like we take you for advantage, because we completely don't. It's still amazing to us that you guys support us as much as you do. Thank you so much again for another week of making this channel happen.
Ground Moxie 601, information Charlie, taxi.
Moxie 601, ground, runway 24, taxi via Delta, Charlie Alpha.
24 via Delta Charlie Alpha, Moxie 601.
Last week, we released a Foxfield, and little did we realize there would be one huge connection between that airport and this airport, because when I would see firefighting tankers, I just assumed CAL FIRE. But US Forest Service are a huge resource I had no idea about. Now, in retrospect, we probably should have walked to their front door and asked for a tour. I mean, the worst they can say is no. Sometimes that introvertness gets in the way of some possibly great experiences, but lesson learned. So one of you let us know that building we were walking around was the old flight service building. So thank you for letting us know that. The other thing we learned is that adjacent to the airport is Highway 14, which is the musical road. And if you don't know what that is, it was originally a marketing campaign for Honda. And if you drive 55 miles an hour on it, you'll hear some music play. Just Google the musical road in Lancaster and you'll find it. Finally, it looks like a couple of you used Fox Airfield as a fuel stop, which is definitely one of its best features. Fuel both for you and your bird.
We're 74 Foxtrot, Foxtrot, is that USC way over there east of Highland? Okay, that's not how I wanted you to come in, but it's okay, there's no traffic today. Runway 24, you are clear to land, wind 240 at 10. Number 39er Hotel, you're going to need a little bit of a run-up.
That's affirmative, 39er Hotel.
Okay, just pull into that little hammerhead right at the end of Alpha, please, and do your run-up there. I've got a big guy coming out behind you.
Okay, go into the hammerhead at the end of Alpha, 39er Hotel.
San Bernardino International Airport is huge. If you couldn't already tell by me nearly getting lost when we landed, and now when we are spending so much time right here on departure just taxiing to the run-up. But the thing is, there's so much to see. I think I mentioned this before, that when we go to places like these, in my mind, I imagined what it looked like when it was a base, thinking about how this exact taxiway we're on right now at one point also had C-141s, P-30 B-38s, B-29s, and even at one time an SR-71 taxiing on it just like we are. We can't help but to be in awe of the people and the machines they worked on day in and day out with absolute pride in their work. Again, we want to thank Ken, Hank, and Chuck at the museum for not only working hard to preserve the airport's history, but also for their time in the service. Thank you for bringing even more life to an airport we were already extremely excited to visit. As always, thank you all so much for your support because you have no idea what it means to us. We're constantly chasing that YouTube algorithm, but I have been reminded to enjoy the channel, enjoy the growth, enjoy the community, and every comment that you guys share with us keeps us inspired and rejuvenated for the next one. So thank you again so much. We hope you guys enjoy the sunset departure, but before we leave, you'll get a majestic view of Breeze Airlines A220-300. I'm pretty sure that's the plane, and if not, I'm sure you guys will correct me. Again, thank you all so much. That does it for today to what has now become one of our favorite airports. We'll see you next week. Until then, go fly, go discover.
Moxie 601, departure advises do not exceed 230 knots. Climb and maintain at 9,000.
Right, 230 knots for Moxie 601.
Moxie 601, do not exceed 230 knots and climb and maintain 9,000.
All right, 230 and 9,000, Moxie 601.
Moxie 601, wind 25010, runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Runway 24, clear for takeoff, Moxie 601.
San Bernardino Tower, November 152, Uniform Charlie. We are 4 nautical mile crossing midfield to runway 24.
Uniform Charlie, cross midfield at 2,500, enter left downwind for runway 24.
Cross midfield at 2,500 to runway 24 to Uniform Charlie.
Tower, 40 King 3.
40 King 3 Tower.
King 3, we're northwest Little Mountain, Mike Land, Sheriff Hangar.
40 King 3, roger, transition, Sheriff Hangar approved. Wind 250 at 10, landing at your own risk.
Land Mountain Risk, Sheriff Hangar, King 3.
Runway 39er Hotel, hold short runway 24, it'll be 2 minutes for wake turbulence. You said you wanted to go a straight out departure.
Well, hold short at 24, and that's affirmative straight out departure at 39er Hotel.
We're 39er Hotel, will be a helicopter landing off your right side there on that helicopter ramp, runway 24, clear for takeoff, wind 240 at 10.
All right, 24, clear for takeoff, 39er Hotel.
San Bernardino Tower, November 152, Uniform Charlie. We crossing midfield, left downwind, runway 24.
We're Uniform Charlie, runway 24, clear to land, wind 240 at 10, there'll be one departure, priority arrival.
San Bernardino Tower, Cherokee 41369er is at 2,900 feet for a full stop.
(731) November Romeo ground, runway taxi to self-serve via Echo. You know where it's at. Yes, sir. And then right before you get to Alpha, you'll turn into the east ramp and you'll find it back there behind the helicopter. And who just called tower inbound?
Cherokee 41369er is about 3 miles to the west at 1,800 feet.
41369er, you can enter left downwind for runway 24. Traffic just departing runway 24, headed your way. There is Cherokee.
Left downwind 24, looking for traffic 369er.
Or 39er hotel, traffic opposite direction. Just about to cross the 215 freeway. It's going to enter left downwind for runway 24. Why don't you turn to the right a little bit?
Looking for traffic, and they look like they're actually on my right side right now.
Yeah, they just turned that way. I thought they would turn the other way since I told them to go to the left downwind for 24. 369er, do you see the traffic?
Looking for traffic 369er.
Just go to the left in 39 Hotel if you see him over there. It's maintained at a separation.
Roger, we'll go to the left a little bit, 39 Hotel.
Right. 74 Foxtrot. Unfortunately, I can't do requests here. I don't have any input mechanism. SoCal's 127.0 after I get you in there. Number 39 Hotel, thanks. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Frequency change approved. Thanks, 39 Hotel.
Alpha 1901, say request the runway.
Alpha 1901, requesting 26 flat.
Alpha 1901, roger, enter right base, runway 26 flat.
Traffic.
Entering right base, runway 26 flat, down 1901.
Alpha 1901, VFR sets approved your discretion, the on-trail altimeter 299.5. It is Mike, is current in Ontario. Advise when you have the airport in sight.
299.5, VFR just sent approved, and we'll advise when I have the airport in sight, down 1901.
SoCal approach, Skyhawk 74 Foxtrot at 2,800 southwest of San Bernardino, about 2 miles, just took off.
Number 74 Foxtrot, SoCal, what's your destination model aircraft?
Destination is Montgomery, and model aircraft is 172 Slant Golf.
And what altitude are you climbing to today, sir?
Climbing to 7,500.
Number 4 Foxtrot, roger. Squawk, beat code of 0244, ident, maintain VFR.
Squawk 0244, ident, and maintain VFR 74 Foxtrot.
West Coast 33, level 10,000 Tango.
West Coast 33, SoCal approach, thanks, landing of 170, radar vectors. Brett, advise you have the KWA arrival loaded up in the SMS.
Rat.
170, Wilco, West Coast 33.